it is our 34th annual Boo at the Zoo, and we're so happy to be able to have it. It's a huge part of our community and community memories. It's also a huge fundraiser for Zoo Knoxville. So we have put a lot of thought into a safety plan in a way that we can have some sense of normalcy even in a pandemic. So it is not exactly the same Boo that you have come to, but again, a lot of factors in mind and a lot of things that we know and love about the experience. So the first thing is that we really urge you to purchase your tickets online for the night that you want to come. That allows us to monitor our capacity and to be sure that that we're not being too crowded and that we can regulate traffic flow. Secondly, just remember that you need a mask to enter the zoo grounds. You don't need a mask to walk around outside when you can be socially distanced, but to enter any of our buildings, they're city buildings, and we follow the city's mandate of requiring masks for entry into buildings. So the ways that we have changed the experience is that now it is one way throughout the zoo. We have the same number of trick-or-treat stations, 22 trick-or-treat stations on our trail, but the trail goes through the whole footprint of the zoo so that guests can space and socially distance themselves better. So that is exciting for us because it also offers something new in that we are now going through a beautifully lit experience in the Chimp Ridge and Gorilla Valley area of the zoo that we've never used at Boo at the Zoo before, and it is really lighted and very spectacular with the lights. What we've added instead is a slightly scary Baba Yaga trail, and it is fun. We say it's for kids 6 and up, but it depends on your kids' level of thrill factor, but beautifully lit in a backwooded area part of the zoo. We've added that as well. Our volunteers that are working the event are masked and gloved, and they are also pre-screened, and so they will drop the candy into the bag, so there's no hand-to-hand contact, so a gloved hand drops the candy into the bag. Before, we would have our trick-or-treat trail in a concentrated part of the zoo. You would do that, and then you would go on to carnival fun and games. And probably the biggest change we've made this year is that those 22 treat stations are spread throughout the whole footprint of the entire zoo. So that includes the deep west of the zoo, the east of the zoo, and everything in between. And we did that so that people could maintain proper social distancing, and they need to take that responsibility seriously, that none of us know where the other person is in terms of their risk and their health, and so we've made a lot of effort to spread the whole experience out, add lots of lights and things to make that experience fun and slightly spooky. The other thing I would say is the lights are really beautiful, and so we have a lot of people get here right at 5 p.m. and that's okay if your little ones go to bed early, but think about coming about 6:30 or spacing your time out a little later as twilight starts to come, and you're going to get the full sensory experience of the 34th Boo at the Zoo. Here with so much uncertainty in the pandemic, and some people are comfortable trick-or-treating, some aren't, some neighborhoods are maybe not even going to do it. We are just so thankful to be able to be open and to provide a safe opportunity for our community and for everyone who's made this a tradition through their children and their grandchildren and generations coming to the zoo. We are a safe option, and we're just really thankful to be open. Again, we were closed for 61 days in March and April, and we are still recovering from that. So Boo at the Zoo is not only an important aspect of community tradition, but it is important for our livelihood too. So we hope you'll come and enjoy Boo at the Zoo.